Could Caitlin Clark's disappointing season force her to participate in Unrivaled in order to be in top condition for 2026? Clark will be desperately needing match sharpness for the 2026 WNBA season. Caitlin Clark's season-ending groin injury has forced the Indiana Fever star to step away from the court for months, raising questions about whether participation in the Unrivaled 3x3 League could become part of her preparation for the 2026 season. Since her last game on July 15, 2025, Clark has dedicated herself to recovery, spending hours rehabbing, conditioning, and preparing mentally to return before finally accepting she won't be fit for the WNBA playoffs. The 23-year-old's absence has now left a gap in the Fever's rotation, yet Indiana's COO and GM Amber Cox remains confident that Clark will be ready, at full strength to start the 2026 season. But she will be coming into the campaign with most of the year on the sidelines and missing critical match sharpness, so could she opt for a pivot to Unrivaled to get her eye dialed in again? The league offers a potential platform for Clark to regain her rhythm in a structured, yet less physically taxing environment that forces players to remain constantly engaged on both ends of the court. It's a great way to develop her off-ball movement, sharpen decision-making under pressure, and reacquaint herself with high-intensity game scenarios, all without the exhaustive travel schedule of the WNBA. Historically, 91% of Unrivaled participants have achieved career highs in at least one WNBA statistical category after competing, underscoring the league's value in player development. Although Caitlin previously opted out of the league, prioritizing recovery after a strenuous transition from college to the professional level. However, the unique demands of Unrivaled could provide her with the competitive edge needed before the 2026 season begins. Despite her setbacks, Clark remains motivated to return stronger. The extended offseason allows her to focus on building strength, correcting movement patterns that may have contributed to the injury, and regaining confidence in her shot mechanics. Participation in Unrivaled could offer a controlled yet challenging environment to achieve these goals while mitigating the risk of re-injury, but for Clark and the Fever, the primary objective remains clear. Ensure she enters the 2026 campaign fully healthy, both physically and mentally. That deep groin injury is nothing to play around with. It can feel like you never had it. You make one move, one cut, and boom, she's back in the same spot. Lisa Leslie said of the type of injury Clark has been battling against, highlighting the need for caution. Who do the Fever play next? Date, time, and where to watch. The Indiana Fever will face the Washington Mystics on Sunday, September 7, 2025, with tip-off scheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern Time at CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. The game will be televised live on NBA TV. This contest is critical for the Fever as they aim to solidify their playoff positioning. Holding a 22-20 record, Indiana is focused on securing a favorable seed for the postseason. The Mystics, who have been eliminated from playoff contention with a 16-26 record, will nevertheless look to challenge the Fever and potentially influence the playoff landscape in this final regular season matchup.